Tori and I are on Pinterest right now, browsing and finding different things because we're gonna make vision boards. And right now I'm gonna look up pictures of fruit. Tori's making fun of me. And she's been going through all of my pictures for my vision board and making fun of it. Like, you're manifesting negativity into your life right now.
You want a TV? Do you love this?
I love that. You look like a butterfly right now. See, look how positive I am. And she's over here like, oh my gosh, you have a TV. Oh my god, when are you looking up? That's so crazy.
You know I joke. Don't act like I'm mean.
Hey guys, welcome to or back to my channel. I'm here with my beautiful girlfriend Tori, and we're going to be making vision boards and talking about manifestation, spirituality, and all of the things that we want to manifest in this new phase of life, because we're back in Austin. We're kind of back from like traveling for a bit, and it just feels like a new phase. And then after this phase we're going to Italy, so there's a lot of new changes, a lot of goals in our life. So we printed out a bunch of photos that we're going to cut out and make vision boards. And Tori did this like several months ago or a year ago. So this is the vision board that she made last year. But before we get started, I wanted to share the sponsor of today's video, which is Ana Luisa. I've collaborated with them many times before. They have sustainable jewelry. They offset all of their carbon, and it's made with recycled metals. And I wanted to share some new ones I got. Right now I'm wearing these that are by Ana Luisa. There's like a little star and a little moon. And Tori pointed out that it matches my tattoo right here. And then these are like a little more fancy. I'm kind of thinking I want to wear them when I go to Italy with this silk skirt I have.
You're gonna look so stunning in those.
Aww, you're so cute. I feel like these are like elegant and fancy, kind of, so I'm excited to wear that.
They are very fancy.
And then I have these studs that I have stacked with my earrings. And we have other stuff that we've been wearing a while from Ana Luisa, like this necklace that Tori wears a lot.
Oh yeah, I wear it every day.
She wears it every day, every night. It has a like little eye with a crystal in it. My favorite thing to do is to stack jewelry, like how she has two necklaces, or how I have these earrings with like all the things, you know? Ana Luisa is having their biggest sale of the year, where you can buy one and get one 60% off. So if you are interested in getting some new jewelry for Black Friday, go on over to their website. I will link that in my description box down below.
Do it.
Do it. Okay, let's make our vision boards. So these sheets are mine and these are yours.
Yeah.
Tori made the cutest vision board last year, which I'm obsessed with certain parts of it that I think are really cute. One of them is that she photoshopped her bank account number to 11,111 dollars.
That has not come true. But
broke girls.
I've probably made actually that amount. It's never been in my account at the same time.
Yeah, you just spend it in travels.
Yeah. This one definitely came true. I've traveled a lot. I've eaten really healthy. I've definitely become more vulnerable. This is like a little quote about being vulnerable. I've written a lot, more than like ever.
This manifestation is for writing?
Yeah, it's for writing. This one's for sisterhood, which I found some really great friendships this year.
And we're going to Italy.
And this is Europe, and I have never been to Europe, but I've always wanted to go. So, yeah, that one's coming true.
This part is cute too. She has her YouTube like section and photoshopped 3,500 subscribers on it, because right now she has like 300 or something. So everybody go follow her. I'll link her also in the description. And let's get her to 3,500.
This one came true.
Completely free with sexuality. Oh.
No, it's about meeting somebody who I'm completely free with sexually, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and cosmically. then create heaven on earth.
Oh, we have done that.
I have definitely done that.
you. Okay, let's start cutting.
Okay.
I don't know, but I've been told that you're around, you're back in town, but I don't care, 'cause you left me there in pieces,
Tell me what you got.
Okay, this is what I have on my vision board. I have a lady.
That's what you're manifesting?
And she's like on a rail like this, looking up in the sun. And I think I just liked her outfit, even though Tori said you have this exact same outfit. And then I have a bowl of fruit because I love fruit. I've been juicing a lot and I feel like I always want to eat more colorful foods, like naturally colorful. I have such a sweet tooth, so if I don't eat enough fruit, I will actually just raid the pantry and get the junkiest candy and cookies if I don't have enough fruit. I want to replace more of my like junk food candy cookie things with
You've been doing
fruit.
that.
Yeah, I've been eating a lot of fruit and I've been eating a lot of veggies. But I want to continue doing that. So I also have a plate of a bunch of veggies. Then I have a cow because obviously I want to manifest spending a lot of time with animals. I want to manifest fighting for the animals and doing a lot of activism. Yeah. And then this next picture is like there's a sound bowl and there's a bunch of people meditating, and I really want to like manifest some more mindfulness into my life. Or actually, I guess I should be saying all of this in like, if I am going to truly manifest it, you're supposed to manifest it and do affirmations in I am. So I guess I'll start saying I am living a life that has so much mindfulness immersed in it, and like a lot of daily meditations and partner meditations and breath work and all of that, just like immersed into the fabric of my life and who I am. The next, oh wait, I put her backwards, so it looks like she's kind of just standing, but she's doing a handstand.
You did? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
She's doing a handstand and her form is immaculate. I am flexible and strong, and I feel so balanced and safe when I'm doing inversions and handstands, and I'm always progressing and getting better at doing my handstands.
I love that
She's actually just like kind of weirdly standing. You don't know what's happening with her, but she looks great. The next photo is a picture of a van. Truthfully, I've never been super good at taking care of plants, and I've gotten some plant babies. Tori convinced me to get some plant babies. So I want to manifest like being such a nurturing space for these plants and just caring for their needs so deeply. Right now they look so healthy and lovely. And then these other two pictures are from Italy. We're going to Italy in a month, so it was just kind of a vision of two of the places we're planning to go, which is the Dolomites and Lake Como. Then I have a pile of cash.
Is that where we're going?
Yeah,
Oh
the Dolomites.
my God.
Yeah. Then I have a pile of cash because essentially I want to manifest so much financial freedom. Like, I want to manifest so much money coming my way, like I don't even know what to do with it. I want to manifest $15,000 from the AdSense of one YouTube video.
That's really easy.
Yeah, and then I want to manifest whole food plant-based veggies. That's it. That's my board. Thank
Good
you,
job,
thank
Sarah.
you.
Good job, baby.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Now show me yours.
All right, guys.
Let's see it.
I didn't do like an overall vision board. I did a van life vision board because if you don't know already, I am gonna build out a van next year. Buy a van first, obviously. And build it out and like do a bunch of stuff like that. And I just decided to do a van life vision board because I've been thinking about it a lot lately and just thought it'd be fun. And I have a lot of ideas and I want to like put it into one space together. So first I have the sheets that I want for the bed. These are very like random little details, but
I did this when I was,
you did.
yes, like what I would do when I was dreaming about the van but hadn't got it yet is I had a journal and I would write details like of what a single drawer would look like or what my sheets would look like, and
I basically already know exactly how it's gonna look, so that's why I'm putting it all together. I haven't really seen a van that looks exactly like how I'm envisioning it, so I'm just pulling a lot of different pieces. But these like sage green sheets from this one brand,
I Love Linen.
I Love Linen, yes. It's just so perfect. They have the best vibe. The color is everything I could ever want and more.
That's where I got my sheets too.
I want that, yeah. And then right here I have a picture of a window next to the kitchen that opens up, and I want to do that in my van possibly. I think that'd be really cool. Right here I have a photo of a girl climbing.
I want to take that picture and add it to my vision board.
Yeah, we're sharing it. And I just chose this because van life will help me get outdoors more and do things that get me out of my comfort zone, like climbing. And then I put this photo of these tiles that I want to have a backsplash on the kitchen of my van. They're really pretty. Don't you think that's so pretty?
They're so pretty.
It's like a pearly white, like snowy. It's so perfect. And then there's a picture of a couple people on top of a van, and I just put that because I want to build a really nice van community. People who are really like-minded and amazing, and I feel like I've already met a ton of people. This one is a picture of a van. It's actually Court and Nate's van on Instagram, but I really love their van layout, and their couch is really cool, and I want to do that in my van. It's like a sage green couch that you make a bed out of it. This is a picture of me and Sarah, and I wrote, I'll get to be traveling with Sarah and having more security in our relationship, because if you don't know, we are long distance and it's a little hard, but when we both have vans, it'll be so easy.
It'll be so nice.
We've
been together a lot recently.
Yes, we've been together a lot, which I'm really grateful for. And that's it.
I love this. We need to you need to put that above your bed or something and look at it every day.
I'll put it on that wall that I have all my other pictures.
Yeah. Now I have some questions I asked on my Instagram story, so I thought we would answer it. But to begin, do you want to share your spiritual journey? Like when did this start? When did you start to get interested in spirituality and manifestations and affirmations, and how did that, are there books that helped you? Are there like YouTubers that helped you? Like how did that begin for you?
I mean, my whole life has been a spiritual journey, realistically. Like you don't just start a spiritual journey, but I started getting really into it, into like learning about it and learning about myself more. I don't even know when it was. Maybe like 5 years ago. I read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And
That was one of my books too, I think. Oh wait, no.
Yeah?
No, never mind.
I think my mom gave it to me or told me to read it or something. So I read it and my mind was blown. I was like, whoa, this just feels so right and like so up my alley. So I started reading a ton of other books by him. And then I started doing a lot of like YouTube researching on spirituality. I found people like Claire Michelle, Hitomi, Mochizuki. I don't know, those are the two that stand out in my mind who are like my YouTube pioneers in the spirituality world. And then I just started getting really into meditating and doing a lot of like shadow work and self-healing.
For me, I got into spirituality in college, my sophomore year. In this period of my life, oh wait, actually it was my freshman year. In this period of my life, there was so much that was undiscovered to me, and I feel like in the beginning of college you have this chance to like rewrite who you are or rediscover who you are, because you're outside of the constructs of like what people think of you in high school and stuff. Because in high school you're seeing all the same people. For me, I went to college in a different state, so it was this beautiful opportunity to like figure out who I was outside of my family, outside of my friends. And that was the year that I went vegan, and that was also the year that one of my friends told me to read the book The Alchemist. And when I read that, like, there's so many profound lessons in that book that just kind of hint to spirituality in a sense. And one of the biggest lessons that I took away at that period of time, part of the book, it said something like, one of the greatest lies we tell people is that after a certain point in time, you don't have control over your fate and destiny just takes over. When in reality, we have all of the control, and we have like this so much power to manifest or create like our wildest dreams. And we all have in the book it's called like a personal journey or something like that. I forget exactly what it's called, but when I read that book, it just clicked to me like what my personal journey was. And I always knew what my personal journey was, which is creating art and traveling and just creating like art, something that makes someone feel something. I've been wanting to do this since I was a kid. So that book just made me feel like I wasn't on the right life path in a sense, because I was in college getting a degree from my parents, like pursuing a job that I didn't really want but my parents wanted me to have, and I wasn't pursuing like what I wanted to do. But because it had so many like spiritual lessons in it, it opened this door where I started reading Eckhart Tolle and I started getting into meditation. I feel like veganism got me a lot into spirituality too, because through going vegan I kind of realized like all life is really sacred and we're all connected. And then it opened up this door for me to like see animals and nature as conscious and deserving of respect. Somebody said, where can we meet people like you guys?
Become it. Like, be who you want to hang out with. If you want to make friends who hike, go hiking. You'll meet friends along the way. If you want to have more friends that are vegan, go to activist things.
Yeah, it's like your vibe attracts your
Yeah,
tribe.
exactly.
How did you two meet and how are you so in tune with each other? That's cute.
You can tell how we met.
We met, I feel like we talked about this, but long story short, we just met through our friend Taylor. And how we're so in tune with each other, I think like part of it is natural and we're really compatible, but the other part I think is that we've traveled together so much. You know, and like we've had to become like, in such a tiny space, you have to become super communicative and in tune with each other's needs. I feel like if anything in your energy changes, I can tell that immediately because
same.
we've traveled together so much, and also just being in such a small space, it's like I know what you need. What's you guys' moon signs? What's yours?
My moon is in Leo. Do you know yours?
Aquarius.
Yes. Yeah. My sun is Aquarius, my moon is Leo, and my rising is Capricorn. She's a Libra, sun, moon, Aquarius, Scorpio rising.
Yeah. Any new spiritual awakenings or realizations since meeting each other?
I don't know if I can talk about it, though.
What? Talk about it.
I feel like I've had a lot of like sexual awakenings with you.
Okay. Elaborate.
Well, it's just like I've always viewed sex as very spiritual and sacred, but with you it feels even more. I've never talked about sex on the internet, but
Yeah.
it definitely has opened my eyes to how sex can connect you even further to source and just your body and like your emotions and what else have we realized? Well, I've always thought that I was attracted to people who were very different than me, and that opposites attract, and like that's how things work. But since meeting you, I've realized that I do so well when I'm with somebody who just gets me so deeply, and like we're so similar and so the same in so many ways.
Yeah, we're very similar.
I feel like that's a big realization for me.
Can you think of any others?
I think. Thank you.
Okay, I think a big spiritual awakening happened pretty early on in our relationship for us after Zeus died, because we both coped with it in very different ways. Like, you kind of like retreated in a sense, and
well, I was very much like resorting to the idea that everything happens for a reason. So I was trying to like cope by making myself feel better and by trying to like be light about it, be positive about it. And you wanted to dive into the darkness.
I was so dark,
so beautiful and so healing. But it was definitely like shocking for me because I don't think I was ready to like feel it so intensely.
Yeah, and vice versa. Like, I feel like we were coping with his death in different ways.
Yeah.
And so I feel like a spiritual realization for me after that was just that people are really all on their own journeys, because there's not a one way to healing or a one way to doing this or that.
Yeah. Being in a relationship doesn't mean that you're merging completely and that you're going to be the exact same person.
Yeah. What's your full moon ritual?
I just did one the other night, actually. I wrote down a list of things that I want to release from my life, from my mind, really anything that I just want to let go of and release. And then I birthed them individually.
Did you manifest each other?
Yes. Well, sometimes I don't know the difference between manifesting and if something is just completely meant to be. Because I do believe that that's true. That your life can be planned out before you... Like, do
we
you
were
believe
meant
that?
to manifest each other.
Yeah. I feel like you helped me, like, manifest my dream life into reality. Like, I do a pretty good job at, like, having and holding the vision of what I want. But you're such an active person in life that you just bring dreams to life, like, immediately. And I feel like that's a big thing that I've learned from you, is just like how you have to have both. You have to have the dream, the vision, and you have to actually do work in your life to make the dream come true.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just sit and imagine $1 million going into your bank account randomly.
You have to, like, live it. Like,
yeah.
I do think that's a common misconception of manifestation, is that you're just sitting around, but you have to, like, okay, this actually leads into the next question, which as soon as they asked this and I read it, I was like, oh, I know what I think about this. Somebody said, in regards to manifestation, I keep hearing about living the end result and acting as if the thing has already happened, but how can we do that when our own current reality is lacking the thing? So for me, what I think about, like, if I were to give an example, like, let's try to manifest $20,000 into our bank account. Like, I think having a tangible goal in that way, like, if you want to go to the gym and lose a certain amount of weight, I think a tangible goal like 20 pounds, $20,000 is good. But if you don't already have that, then it's hard to sit in front of a mirror and be like, I have $20,000 in my bank account, and truly envision it, because you know that you don't deep down. So what I try to do is get to the root of what that means for you. What is the root of $20,000? You don't want $20,000 just to have $20,000, because if someone said, oh, you can have $20,000 but you can't spend it, you'd be like, oh, I don't want that then, you know? you want the $20,000 so you can spend it, but you actually want to be able to spend it because maybe it offers some freedom for you. Like for us, it offers freedom of travel. That's why we want money, is so we can travel, maybe so we can buy camera gear, so that we can like develop our creativity, develop our craft. So get to the root of why you want that money, or why you want to lose weight, or why you want to do this other thing, and then manifest that core idea. So instead of manifesting, I have $20,000, because you're supposed to use like I am affirmations and you're supposed to act as if you have the thing, manifest I am free. And likely there is some amount of freedom in your life, even if you overall feel like you don't feel free. Like it's all about perspective, you know? And so I think that that's a good affirmation, or at least that's how I like to do it. It doesn't feel out of reach. It doesn't feel like a lie. And so I can really embody and envision what freedom feels like for me. And there does have to be some action for it. Like for the other one, losing weight, you have to not only manifest and say like I am the type of person that goes to work out. You don't have to say I have lost 20 pounds, I'm this much weight, or whatever. You can manifest I am the type of person who prioritizes my health. And then you have to act upon that. Like that's part of the manifestation, at least for me, is every single day taking baby steps, even if that just means setting foot in a gym, even if you don't even work out. Like I'm the type of person that goes to the gym every day. That is coins in the bank of your identity, your new identity of somebody who like looks a certain way, or is a certain way, or is a certain fitness. And so I feel like all of that is very interlinked for me. And at the same time, even though like I manifest a lot of those core kind of emotions at the base of everything, I do also create like an action plan. So I am free, but really for me that means like money. And so then I might create some goals, and for me that's a separate thing. That's like a vision of change that I want, and I accept that that's change. Like I don't have $100,000 in my bank account right now, so that's a goal that I want, and how am I going to go about getting that, and what's my time frame? And I think that's all valuable in the process of actually making your manifestations come into fruition as well.
To add on to that, I'm reading a book right now called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. In this book, it talks about like the science of manifestation basically. And there's this one part where a group of scientists got 3 groups of people and had them hold test tubes of DNA. The first one, they had the group hold the test tube and just hold intention that something will change in the DNA. The second group, they had them hold the test tube of DNA and hold the feeling in their body, like a high positive state of being, but not do intention. Neither of those worked. Like nothing in the DNA changed with those 2 groups. But then they had a third group, and they had the group hold the test tube of DNA, hold the intention that the DNA is going to change, and also hold a positive state of mind while holding it. The DNA changed drastically. So I just know that you have to have both. You have to imagine it in yourself, like hold this high state of positivity, feeling, energy in your body, and hold the intention as well. That's like the that's the formula.
The formula.
Yeah, but you know, with that comes acting on it and knowing what you want and actually going after it, and not just waiting around, because magic is real, but you have to go get it too.
Do you guys like her butterfly eyeliner?
I tried something new.
She has mixed feelings about it, so comment down below if you like it or not.
No, don't. I don't need your opinions.
Never mind, no opinions. She's not open for that.
Just kidding, you can give me your opinions.
Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up because it really supports my channel. And don't forget to check out Ana Luisa for their big sale. Buy one, get one 60% off, so you can be matching with Tori and I. Bye, love you guys.
Ow, my finger!
Baby!
Just kidding.
You're joking like a silly old man these days. Did you get that from me, I guess?
Maybe it's